The Jefferson County Basketball Showcase is back and better than ever on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, featuring Waltonville, Weber Township, Woodlawn, Wayne City, and Sesser-Valier. The showcase is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body, Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn, Ren Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu, and by Coach House Garages, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank. With the Coach House Garages pregame show, the showcase starts now.
Welcome inside Christopher High School as the Waltonville Spartans take on the Christopher Bearcats for the third time this season, this time on the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. A very pleasant Tuesday evening, wherever you may be, listening in on WMIX 94.1 FM or online at WMIXSports.com. I'm Dennis Czerwinski. We'll be bringing the play-by-play of this one here tonight, the third time the Bearcats and Spartans tangle. This is the Coach House Garages pregame show. If you're in need of a garage to protect your car or prized possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Both teams warming up on the floor. We need to warm up with our first break of the night. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the showcase on WMIX.
And back to Christopher we are. Here tonight as the Waltonville Spartans travel on the road to Christopher to take on the Bearcats, as I said, for the third time this year. Denny Czerwinski here to give you a play-by-play. You're listening to the Coach House Garages pregame show. If you're looking for a garage builder, they'll build a quality garage at a fair price with a 5-year rent warranty and financing available. For the Coach House Garage is for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. A Tuesday night non-conference in Southern Illinois, as most schools are past the midpoint of the season. Obviously, the three-quarter point as midwinter tournaments finishing up. Of course, a couple this week, the GEC, the NTC, and the LIC tournaments going on this week conference-wise. Waltonville and Christopher passed the midwinter tournament phase. The Waltonville Spartans come in with a record of 14-5, fresh off their third-place finish at the MTC tournament last week at Louisville. Their final game of the night, they finished in third place, beating Oden on Friday night. They play here tonight against Christopher. Waltonville 14-5, of course, coached by Brian Gamber. On the flip side of the coin, the Christopher Bearcats, coached by Eric Stallman, one of the nicer guys you will meet in Southern Illinois, a coach who's been very hospitable tonight to me and WMIX Sports coming down here tonight, getting things set up as I raved all the officials. It's quite a crew tonight on the officiating crew. We'll get to that later. Eric Stallman runs in a team of 10-7 for the Black Diamond Conference. They're on the eastern side of the conference. Play the likes of Goreville, Sesser-Valier, Alvarado, Trico, amongst others. On the Western Division, I should say, the BDC, 10-7. These two teams very, very familiar with each other, as they have already played twice this year, in fact, in tournament play. To open the year in semifinal play on Wednesday night in the Thanksgiving Tournament here at Christopher, the Spartans beat the Bearcats here 49-41 to ultimately advance and win the Christopher Turkey Tournament Championship in Thanksgiving. They happened to turn around and meet again, this time in another tournament, holiday variety. It was at the Sesser-Valier Holiday Tournament That time, Christopher defeated Waltonville, sending the Spartans to the 5th place bracket, and Christopher went on to the championship semifinals. The Bearcats won that game 47-39. 2 games, 2 different outcomes, but both by 8 points. Why is this game so important? You need to stick around and find out after this break. We'll tell you why this game is so important in the next upcoming week. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball on the Showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist John Fairclough with your next rad weather. Partly cloudy, cold tonight, low down to 13. Then for tomorrow, mostly sunny, not as cold. High up to 40. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low 16. Thursday, mostly cloudy, cold, high up to 30. There could be a period of snow or sleet. Thursday night, then Friday, breezy. Not as cold again. Clouds going to some sunshine, high up to 40. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, equal housing.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the Collision Pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Coach House Garage is your pregame show sponsor. We're looking for a garage builder to build a quality garage at a fair price with a 5-year written warranty and financing available. And a Coach House Garage is for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. So I prefaced on the break. Why is this game so important? These two teams are in the same regional, the Waltonville Regional, along with the likes of Weber, Wayne City, Sesser-Valier, and Steelville, who have come on in recent times. Steelville finished second at the Sparta tournament last week, losing to 3A Waterloo in the title game only by 7. Waltonville, Christopher, and Steelville figures to be the top 3 teams in that regional. It's a matter of getting away and only playing one really tough game. If you can get a 1 seed, if you're a 2 or a 3, you're going to more than likely have to play a Wednesday, Friday, back-to-back or kind of night with the top seeds in Sesserville, or I should say Steelville, Waltonville, and Christopher. That's why this game is so very important. You've been listening to Coach House Garage's pregame show. If you're in need of a garage, protect your car or prized possessions, Coach House Garages has the building for you. Call Daryl Sheridan at 244-1061 for a free on-site estimate. Both teams heading to their respective benches. We are assuming that they are going to do the anthem first, and that's what they are going to do. We'll step out, take a break, come back with the starting lineup and the opening tip. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
The regular season is winding down for the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. This is Terry Prosize from Community First Bank of the Heartland. WMIX and WMIXsports.com will have all of the action as the Rams and Lady Rams look to contend for South 7 Conference and postseason titles. Watch the action on game night on WMIXsports.com or keep your radio tuned to WMIX for Rams and Lady Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Paying bills can be such a hassle. You write a check, find an envelope and a stamp, mail it, and repeat. Bill pay with People's National Bank can save you time and money. Just go to peoplesnationalbank.com, log in, and pay all of your bills without using a single stamp. Pay anyone, any time of the day, instantly. Stop by People's National Bank today and we'll help you get started. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC.
There's still time to save at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Newell Furniture's store-wide cleanup sale is still in progress with drastic furniture markdowns and extra cash discounts. Save on all Lazy Boy reclining furniture, sofas, Holodean, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, save 75% off all Christmas items, 50% off select merchandise at the General Store. Newell's in Woodlawn, cleaning up to save you more.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the showcase on WMIX.
Tonight sponsored by People's National Bank. Stop by People's National Bank and let them remind you what bank with a local family-owned bank is all about. Visit a branch near you or log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. People's National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. For Eric Stallman's Christopher Bearcats, they will go with number 3, Jacob Towers, number 12, Tyler Atchison, number 22, Eric Young, number 33, Kevin Burks, and number 34, R.J. Koo. For the 10 and 7, Christopher Bearcats from the BDC's East Western Division. For the Waltonville Spartans, coached by Brian Gamber, coming in the record with 14 and 5. They will go with number 4, Levi Laird, number 23, Matt Rogers, number 24, Trey Widges, number 25, Jordan Hale, and number 30, Austin Zom for Brian Gamber's Waltonville Spartans. Have instant access to your account anytime, anywhere with online banking from People's National Bank. Log on to peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Some scores have already trickled in from around the area tonight so far. Boys tournament play at the GEC. NCOE beat Crab Orchard 69-21. And at the NTC tournament, it was Dietrich beating Neoga 48-45. On the AM side of the dial tonight, already at the end of the first quarter in Highland. Highland leads the Mount Vernon Lady Rams 14-11. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to Scott Owens. See why State Farm Insurance, more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. The Bearcats are being introduced to their home fans here tonight. A nice crowd on hand here from Christopher, being a home game here on a Tuesday non-conference variety. The Waltonville Spartans have traveled well also. As we look over to our right, we are sitting on the stage, which is in the southwest corner of the gymnasium. That's where we are located here. Me, my executive producer, and I are sitting here, camera in tow, ready to go here at Christopher. The Bearcats at home in their white jerseys trimmed in orange and blue. The Spartans will be in their road reds trimmed in white and blue. Spartans coming in off their third-place finish against Odin in the MTC tournament. And cheerleaders from Christopher finish up their floor routine here tonight in this one. Remember to follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We are tweeting stuff all the time. That Twitter feed is live and running on our website, WMIXsports.com. As we have information, as soon as we tweet it, it goes right there. Bob Conti comes over and shakes my hand. He's on the game, along with Dallas Bigham and Ray Bates. Those are your officials, Bob Conti, Dallas Bigham, and Ray Bates. As three of the best around Southern Illinois get ready to call this one here in Christopher. We also are on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. We have all kinds of content up there. Also, congratulations to a couple local standouts we follow. Megan Eskew of Waltonville signed a letter of intent to play softball the next couple years at Kaskaskia. Cassandra Luping from Woodlawn signed an LOI to play at Southeastern Illinois College to play softball as well. Both teams are at center court. Pleasantries have been exchanged. Dallas Bigham will step in with the jump ball. It's Hale versus Koo in center court. Merckx tipped, and it goes to the Waltonville Spartans. Trey Widges gets it on the right side to Laird, and now Waltonville will begin against the man-to-man of the Bearcats. Laird with it on the right side to Widges, and they'll start running their offense as Widges comes to the middle of the floor. Left side to Hale on the wing, goes top of the key on the right-hand dribble, now gets down to the mid-range jumper, throws up a 10-footer up, no good. Rebound goes to Christopher, and we'll have a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Matt Rogers of Waltonville, his first team's first. You're not a member of Credit Score, Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Christopher's first possession in the scoreless game. Towers goes right side to Young. Young inside gets it to Koo. Koo goes left wing to Towers. Skip pass all the way in the right corner to Young. Back out to Towers on the left wing, left corner to Merckx. Merckx goes baseline on Zom. It's no good. Tip back out. Christopher has the rebound. That's Towers. Baseline Young. Shot block. Right side tips off the glass is good. Eric Young puts Christopher on top 2-0 here as we begin in this non-conference tilt. Laird across the timeline. Gets it left side to Rogers. Rogers now to Zom, top of the key. Holds, takes a couple of dribbles. Now to Widges to Laird. Back to Widges on the left wing. Comes baseline, kicks to nobody in particular. It's a turnover, stolen away by Young. Young on the left side, tipped it out of bounds by Hale, and let's go back to Christopher. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. That's how I arrived at the game tonight. Towers has the inbounds pass for the Bearcats, coming across the timeline. Young on the left wing holds at the waist, triple threat position. Top of the key pass to Atchison, back to Young on that left wing. They get it into Merckx, who gets it to Towers on the right side. Atchison, three on the way. Rattles in and out, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, so it'll go to Waltonville on the turnover. You can put a logo on it. All Stars and Stitches can probably print it for your school, company, organization. They even do apparel. See Big David, All Stars and Stitches, just west of Benton High School. Or call 435-5555. Waltonville with it. Top of the key, Zom for the Spartans. Goes to Laird, and it's tipped and stolen. Ball in the backcourt. Laird has it for Waltonville. Gets it to Zom, who brings it back across. Down the lane he comes to Rogers. Right block to Hale. Three on the way for Hales. No good. Zom had it. Lost it. Rogers to Zom in the left corner. Good hustle by Waltonville. Zom to Rogers. Down the lane he comes. Gets it to nobody. Hales off his hands. Ball on the floor. Rogers recovers. Gets to Widges on the left wing. Waltonville out of sorts, at least on this offensive possession. Laird holds at the chest after he dribbles, throws it to Rogers on the right wing. Rogers with it, or Laird, out near the volleyball line. Throws it left side to Zom, left corner Hale. Hale will go on the dribble, kicks it to Widges in the corner. Widges with it, will go off the screen, now to the left elbow to Laird on the right wing. Three ball on the way, it's no good, hits the back goal support. It'll go as a rebound to Christopher, and we'll go the other way. 5:27 left in the first quarter. Christopher on top 2-0. Waltonville will force the issue with some pressure. Hale on the point of the press as Christopher Towers throws it to Young. Then tries to get it to Young, but Rogers picks it off. Hale with a shot, blocks for the foul. And Jordan Hale will go to line and shoot two. As that foul is on Eric Young, his first, team's first. As Jordan Hale gets to the line. 2-0 Christopher on top with 5:22 to go in the first quarter. Remember, you can go to WMIXsports.com. We have scores, schedules, archives, and highlights, both audio and video, as Hale misses the first. WMIXsports.com also, with that running live Twitter feed, no matter what scores we have or what we post on Twitter, it runs on WMIXsports.com. And we also will have a scoreboard update each and every night located there as well when we have games. Hale hits 1 out of 2. It's 2-1. Waltonville down by 1. They pressure. Towers into the front court. Drives down the lane. Kicks to Mercer. Right block. Short on the shot. Rebound goes to Koo. Shot blocked by Hale. Goes back out. Christopher with another offensive possession. Towers top of the key. Holds up 2 fingers. Gets it left wing to Atchison. Left corner to Koo. Koo dribbles to the lane. Goes up for a shot. Short. Rebound goes back to Koo. Christopher dominating the boards. Koo shots blocked out of bounds by Hale, but Christopher will get another opportunity as the offensive glass. All Christopher right now, 4-1. Koo will trigger for the Bearcats underneath his own basket as he holds. Interesting with the basketball. 3 ball on the way from Atchison is good. And it's 5-1 Christopher on top here early on here in Franklin County. Laird across the timeline on the dribble, gets it to Zom, top of the key. Zom drives down the lane, right block to Laird in the baseline area, dribbles back out to the wing to Rogers, top of the key. Rogers has it tipped away and stolen by Young. Young comes the other way for the Bearcats on the layup, up and in, and a foul. Rogers picked up his second foul. Young completed the layup, and Christopher out early, 7-1. We're at the top of the hour, though. We need to pause for station identification. You're listening to the showcase.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports or crank us up on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, and all of Southern Illinois, a Withers Broadcasting superstation.
While we were away trying to make ourselves legal, and we did, the first free throw was hit at 8-1. Christopher on top with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Hale for a three from the corner from Widges. It's no good. Rebound goes to Christopher. Bearcats the other way. Young into the front court to Towers on the left wing. Towers picked up by Hale, gets it right side to Young. Young back to Towers, left side, just awkward off the left elbow. To Young in the left corner. Holds at the waist, one dribble, top of the key to Atchison. They'll set up against the Waltonville 2-3 zone with Widges and Laird out front. In the left corner for the Bearcats is Koo. Skip pass right side, Atchison, three. Rattles off the mark. Rebound goes on the floor to Christopher. That's the fifth offensive rebound the Bearcats have had already, and we still have 3:43 left to go in the first quarter. Interesting array of fans on here tonight, some people from different teams watching games. As Koo triggers the inbounds for the Bearcats. Three ball from Towers in the corner. It's no good. Hale got a rebound, got away with a push-off, and it's going to be a foul. Koo is arguing he got pushed, which he did from our angle down here on the stage, but Koo is going to get caught for the reach-in. That's his first team second. Can't stick your hands in a cookie jar one too many times with these officials. With locations in Ida Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 branches in Mount Vernon, Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Laird top of the key, got away with a slip travel. Gets it to Widges on the ring. Ball screen from Zom. Widges to Zom in the corner in front of us. Zom holds at the waist, gets it to Laird in the lane, goes up for a shot. Layup good. Levi Laird gets Waltonville's first field goal, and with 3:15 to go in the first, Waltonville trails Christopher on the road 8-3. Towers across the timeline, left side to Atchison. Takes some dribbles and goes to the right side to Young. The Towers in the corner, holds above his head. Couple of dribbles on that side. Now bounce pass to Atchison, top of the key, left wing to Young. Young holds at the waist and gets this 2-3 zone to Atchison to Towers. As Coach Stallman's made an adjustment to put Towers on the wing. They get it inside to Koo, and he's fouled. That's going to be the third foul on the Waltonville Spartans, and that's going to be on Jordan Hale. That's his first. And Christopher on inbound. Justin Winchester into the ball game for Levi Laird. 2:48 to go in the first. Waltonville leads 8-3. Out of bounds underneath, coming for the Bearcats to Atchison in the right corner. They tried to get it back into Koo. They do. On the block, throws it to Young. Has to retrieve it out of deep left wing. Dribbles down the lane. He comes on the drive. Shot foul. He'll go to the line. And Waltonville's defense right now a little slow here, trying to recover defensively. That foul's on Zom on the reach in his first team's fourth. It'll be me, we'll get to pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. Crossroads Community Hospital reminds you, why wait in other emergency rooms when their emergency department places you'll be seen by physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. The first free throw by Young is good. He'll get another. And it's 9-3 Christopher on top early. Coach Stallman has the troops ready to go. Young makes them both. Playing out a very tough BDC West with the likes of Sesser, Trico, ZR, Goreville. Winchester across the timeline. With it, goes to the left side to Rogers in the corner to Hunter Coggins for a three. Short. Rebound, Rogers had it, lost it. Winchester couldn't find it. Bodies diving everywhere. Cheerleaders jump out of the way. And it went off of Christopher, and he'll stay with Waltonville on a good call by the official. Cheerleaders scattered, people scattered. The stage got hit. Stage is okay, as are all the people involved. Rogers a trigger underneath his own basket for Waltonville. Box set, looks out, looks to Coggins. Dangerous pass, snuck under the bottom of the backboard to the left wing to Winchester. Winchester will look for Brian Gamber's play call. and dribble to the top. We can. We got a whistle away from the ball. And we have a foul away from the basketball. On number 3, it'll be on Towers. His first, team's third, and Coach Stallman did not argue a bit. He even said he saw it, and he understood it. Rogers to trigger again. Box set for the Spartans. They trail 10-3 with 2:13 to go in the first. Rogers to Winchester to Coggins in the corner. Holds on the dribble, right corner in front of us. Left side to Rogers. Rogers for a 3 on the way. Rattles in and out, no good. Rebound, and that's a foul on Rogers. Rogers a little too aggressive there. And Rogers will pick up his third. And that's the team's 5th by my count. We'll see what happens. With Young with the pressure. Christopher has it. Throw it up front to Koo at the timeline. Gets it to Towers, to Merckx. In the lane goes Merckx. Class shot good. Christopher breaking Waltonville down right now pretty easily in this one. Rogers has 2 fouls and only 4 on Chris on Waltonville. They have the basketball, speaking of they in Waltonville. And Coggins throws it away. Up the court is Young. Dribble drive around Winchester, misses a layup. Gets his own rebound back, puts it up, no good. Goes to Waltonville. Boy, the Spartans have dodged some bullets here early on. 1:27 to go in the first. Down 12-3. Not one of their better starts to a game this year. Winchester right wing shot short. Rebound Christopher. One and done on this end for the Spartans. Christopher, however, throws it away. Widges for a 3. Good. 3 goggles go up for Trey Widges. It's 12-6. Waltonville down by 6 with 1:05 to go in the first. Nice to see the 3 goggles go up in the air. Towers across the timeline, right side to Atchison. With it on the right wing. I'm explaining the 3 goggles thing. Somebody hadn't heard that before. Broke that out this year. With it inside, goes to Merckx, charges into Widges, no call. Merckx gets the point, and it's 14-6. Waltonville down by 8 to Christopher. Winchester across the timeline on the right side, pointing out an offense. Coggins, he's waiting for him to come around. There he is on the swing. Coggins has it on the right wing. Christopher in a little gimmick defense as they're fronting Hale, and Hale and Towers are mixing it up. And that ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Christopher. That's a little mixing up going on down there. And Christopher has the basketball. Towers will trigger the inbound. A little bit of a rivalry. Both these schools have some players that play football. They got some people yakking on the front row to my left. Towers across the timeline. Gets it down the lane. Left-hand layup good. Towers took it right at the Waltonville's heart of the defense, and a 16-6 Bearcats by 10 in what has turned out to be a shocking score so far. Winchester across the timeline with 10 seconds to Wizenut, to Coggins in the corner. Back to Wizenut with 6. To Coggins in the corner with 3, with 2. Now out to Wizenut. He'll launch a 3 at the horn. It's no good, and that's the way this quarter will end. Waltonville trails Christopher 16-6. We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
Drive home the savings. Get the auto insurance protection you need at a price you can afford. When you get a car insurance quote, your State Farm agent Scott Owens will help you get all the discounts you deserve and give you 3 different package options to choose from. Or you can customize your coverage so it's the perfect fit. With all this, it's clear why more drivers trust State Farm more than any other auto insurer. Get to a better state. See Scott Owens on 1810 Broadway in Mount Vernon or call 242-3770.
Do you farm or operate an agriculture-based business? Then Community First Bank is for you. Hi, I'm Steve Down, Agribusiness Lending Officer at Community First Bank. With our roots firmly planted in Jefferson County, we offer the stability, strength, and personal attention that you deserve. Community First Bank wants to be your financial partner with customized products for both your personal and farm banking needs. Stop by any of our 5 convenient Jefferson County locations to see how we can help your business grow.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
8 minutes in the book here at Christopher, Illinois. Waltonville trails Christopher 16-6. Danny Czerwinski here in Christopher. Bearcats will have the basketball to start the second quarter. WMIX Sports Mobile Studio driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. That's how I got here. Right now, Waltonville needs a boost of a drive themselves. Christopher, though, turns it over on the first possession. Widges down the lane, working one-on-one. Charge, block, nope. Widges will go to the line and shoot 2. And that foul will go on number 12, Tyler Atchison, his first, team third, as Waltonville in that first quarter struggled for any kind of offense with their points. Basket was made. Widges will actually go to the line and try to complete the three-point play and does. The ball took a spin around the rim, didn't even look at it, as I didn't even think it had a chance. It goes in. It's 16-9 Waltonville after the three-point play by the Spartans. Young with it on the left wing for the Bearcats, goes right wing to Atchison against the zone of Waltonville. It looks to be a little 2-3, a lot of extensions, like a Syracuse zone, as Young goes to the lane and scores. He has 9 points and a big first half for him. That him is Eric Young, EY. Winchester across the timeline for the Spartans, goes left side to Coggins. Coggins against this junk zone as it's a triangle and 2. Coggins on the left wing, gets in the corner to Wizenut, inside to Widges. He's double-teamed, has to dribble out to Wizenut. Wizenut goes right wing to Winchester. 3 on the way up, no good. Tipped around by Hale. It's rebounded out to Waltonville. Spartans have another shot at it. Hale on the right wing around a ball screen. Gets it left side, Wizenut to Coggins. 3 ball away from Hunter. It's no good off the mark. Rebound goes to Christopher. Towers quickly the other way. Down the lane he comes. Goes up for a layup. No good on the layup. Rebound goes to Hale of Waltonville. Spartans come back the other way towards us, sitting on the stage. Hale takes Towers out of a 3 and scores. Got a lot of trash talking going on with some front row gang going down here to our left. Got some whooping going on. It's 18-12, and that seems to have inspired Waltonville on this little comeback. Christopher has it, right baseline. Merckx holds, and now goes top of the key. Atchison corner to Towers, left side. Gets it in the Koo. Shot, no. Atchison right wing to Young. Down the side, Atchison to Towers on the left wing. In the left baseline to Koo. And we got a foul. Winchester's going to get caught for holding. That'll be his first, team's 5th. On the hold. We'll come start a banking relationship with Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking locations in Ina Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Shot blocked from Young by Hale. Waltonville runs the other way. Widges completes the layup. Widges has 5 in the quarter, and Waltonville's back to within 4, 18-14. Towers across the timeline. Atchison to Young on the left wing. Holds above his head. Dribbles into 15 feet. Gets it to Merckx. Looks inside. Stolen away by Wizenut. Wizenut comes the other way. Down the lane on the left. Fouled from behind. He'll go to the line as Young picks up his second. Waltonville has battled back into this one, only down 4. Trailed by as many as 10 early on. And Derek Wizenut will go to the line to shoot 2. Spartans struggled in the first quarter, shooting only 2 of 9 from the field. Made a 2-point shot and a 3-point shot, but a lot more energized here in the quarter as Wizenut hits his first free throw. 5:42 to go in the half. Waltonville trails 18-15. Don't forget, I'll pick the Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is over. They remind you, wide wait hours and other emergency rooms, their emergency department places, you'll be seen by physicians within 30 minutes of your arrival. Wizenut makes that. It's 18-16. Waltonville all down by 2. Hunter Wheeler has checked into the ball game for the Bearcats as a freshman. So Bearcats kicking around. Atchison to Wheeler on the left wing against this Spartan zone. Inside to Merckx. Free throw line jumper is good. Big man knocks it down. 5:20 to go. Waltonville down 20-16. Winchester will bring it across the timeline. On the dribble. He'll look, give it to Wizenut on the left wing. Wizenut gets it out top of the key to Coggins. To Hale. Looks for a screen. Doesn't use it. Gets it out to Coggins. 3 ball on the way from Hunter is short. Rebound goes to the Bearcats. Towers going to run the other way on the fast break. Nothing there. He'll pull up. Reset. Eric Stallman wants a timeout. Waltonville trails 20-16 here at Christopher with 4:52 to go in the first half. We'll remind you of the scoreboard update at the half in high school girls basketball in Highland. This is on the AM side of the dial. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams trail Highland 26-17. Other scores, Taylorville leads Vandalia 36-24 at the half in boys. Greenville leads Vandalia in girls at the half 20-17. That scoreboard update Brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. So how do you really know your bargain insurance isn't going to cost you big if you have an accident? Talk to someone who knows. Scott Owens, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Call 242-3770 to get to a better state. Within the basketball is the Bearcats. Hunter Wheeler bringing it across the timeline. Hunter Wheeler with it, goes to the right, left side. Now goes to the right to Atchison, to Towers in the right corner. To Wheeler. With it now goes to Atchison, to Wheeler on the left side. Wheeler will take one dribble, now to Towers, to Wheeler as they try to dissect this 2-3 zone Waltonville has going. Wheeler with it, right side to Atchison. Atchison come out to Merck, to Towers, to Wheeler in the left corner. To Koo on the right baseline, throws it away. And Merck steals it back to Towers on the turnover. Right wing, Atchison travels with the basketball. That particular stat of play, basically was a little case of what you can do worse, we can do worse better. That's what happened there. Christopher gives up the ball in that turnover. I'll let you think about what that means, what you can do worse, we can do worse better. Whizzes across the timeline, gets it to Hale, top of the key. Goes left side to Coggins. Coggins throws it over the head, and it goes to the turnover. As they say, what you could do worse, we could do worse much better. On that case, Christopher has the basketball. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Christopher leads 20-16. They have led the entire way, led by as much as 16-6. Towers goes to the right wing. Picked up and stolen away by Widges. Fifth turnover for the Bearcats. Hale to Widges. Wing, shot, layup, no good but a foul. Atchison just picked up his second foul, and Widges will go to the line and shoot two. As Widges gets there to go shoot two. Community First Bank with more Jefferson County locations than anyone else. Locally owned with decisions made here. Proud supporters of Jefferson County with locations in Ina, Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. First free throw by Widges, no good. He'll get another. Widges has 8 in the game, 5 in this quarter. And with 3:43 to go in the first half, Waltonville trails 20-16. And we got some hecklers, obviously, on the front wing. Misses them both. Rebound goes to Christopher. Christopher with the rebound, then they throw it off of Jordan Hale on a smart play out of bounds. And it'll stay with Christopher. Don't forget the Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 WMIX, as well as at WMIXSports.com from 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. Guests, talk, scores. We also have our WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Wheeler's pass picked off by Widges. Coming the other way is Trey Widges on the layup and scores. Widges has 7 in the quarter, 10 in the game. Waltonville's back to within 2, 20-18. Christopher with it. Wheeler on the right side. To Towers between the circles. Over to Coloni. Back to Wheeler. Now gets it to Merckx. To Towers. Inside the Koo. Layup. That's a travel. Yeah, it was. You see the extra step being taken, and this quality officiating crew spotted that immediately. Speaking of this quality officiating crew, stat sent to me by Chris Case. Bob Connie was in the state tournament 78, 79, 81. Dallas Bigham was in the state tournament in 2010, 2011. And Ray Bass was there in 2011. So state championship quality officiating crew here tonight in all 3 positions. Waltonville has the basketball down 20-18 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Hale for the lead and a 3. Good! 3 goggles go up for Jordan Hale, and the Spartans have fought all the way back. They were down 16-6 and have outscored Christopher 15-4 to get to this lead as we end the second quarter. Christopher with a basketball. Atchison on the right wing and 2 Towers in the right corner. Back to Atchison, top of the key. Tip kind of bounced by Widget. And we got some looks going on down here in the court. Got some high school kids passing back and forth. Bearcats hearing section. Not bad at all. Christopher has the basketball. Young on the left wing, and there's a travel. 8 Bearcat turnovers in this second quarter. You're not a member of Credit Score Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person or business with needs. And through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. You heard that loud ovation over to our right. Every Waltonville game, there's a group of young ladies who wear one T-shirt with each letter of the word Spartans on it every game. We've mentioned it on Facebook, our Facebook page, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Like us while you're there. They wear a T-shirt every game, and they go through the letters S-P-A-R-T-A-N-S, and they all stand up for each one time their letters announced. Kudos to them for giving the support to all the guys in Waltonville. The Spartans now lead 21-20 here in this one. Other boys' scores from around the area. NCOE beat Crab Orchard tonight 69-21, and Dietrich beat Neoga 48-45. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. He makes it easy with friendly advice when you need it with the right level of protection and discounts you should get. Call 242-3770 to get to better state. Widges with a basketball to Hale, top of the key. Goes left wing to Coggins. Coggins back out, ball tipped, stolen away by Young on a bad pass. Spartans coming the other way. On defense as Christopher got back, but the Spartans hustled, no fast break. Towers goes left side to Young, holds in top of the key to Atchison. In the Mercs, out to Towers on the right wing. Towers has it. Now out front to Atchison, left wing to Young. Young with it to Merck's feet. Couldn't do anything with it. Gets it to Atchison on the right wing. The zone frustrating Christopher right now with a minute and a half to go. Merck's down the lane, works on Hale, goes up for a shot blocked by Hale. Rebound goes to Jordan Hale. Hale gets it up to Widget. Trey down the baseline. Has it, lost it, stolen away. Here comes Waltonville on the defensive end as Atchison gets it on the right side with 1:10 to go. Atchison with it. With it on the top, that's to Merckx. Merckx with it, three from Atchison on the way, shot no good. Rebound goes to Wisenut for the Spartans. Up to Widges. Widges with it on the right side. Now gets it to nobody as Wisenut wasn't looking for the pass. Young, Atchison, Young, layup short as Widges blocks that shot, and Widges got the rebound for the Spartans. Widges will bring it across the timeline of 46 seconds to go. Coggins with it on the left wing. Waltonville leads 21-20. Not a lot of scoring in the last minute or two. Coggins out near the timeline. Wisenut top of the key. Gets it on the right side to Coggins. 26 seconds left in the half. Stay tuned for the Red Lake College halftime show. Scoring and stats from this one. Also gives scores from around Southern Illinois as well. Rogers dribbling out by the Christopher logo with 13 seconds. And we got a push-off. Jordan Hale got called on a push-off away from the ball. And again, that's one, as Brian Gamber points to his head, you really need to do that in that situation. Defense was tight. Jordan tried to gain an inch, pushed off, and got to foul his second. And now Christopher will have the last shot. As Bearcats will play, it's the 1-and-1. Should be the 1-and-1. It was a push-off away from the ball, just a shove. And now it'll be a 1-and-1 for Christopher on that end. As Brian Gamber still talking to the official about what went on and what was happening. They're getting a big laugh out of it. It's a 1-and-1, as you can see them talking about it. And they're talking about how things went down, what their versions were. Now the officials are conferring. If you're wanting to know what's going on, they're talking about whether it was an offensive player control foul or a push. To me, it was signaled as a push, and it should be a 1-and-1. And we'll see what's going on here. Winchester is going to check in for Waltonville. There's 10.8 seconds left to go in the half. 21-20, Waltonville leads by 1. Neither team has scored in a great while. Christopher only has 4 points after scoring 16 in the first quarter. Towers will trigger into Atchison. Christopher will have the last shot of the first half. Towers to Young on the left wing. Out to nobody. Waltonville has a run out. Widges for a layup at Horn and score. Widges completes a great second quarter. It's Waltonville 23, Christopher 20. We'll take a break, come back with the Red Lake College halftime show. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist John Fairclough with your next rad weather. Partly cloudy, cold tonight, low down to 13. Then for tomorrow, mostly sunny, not as cold. High up to 40. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low 16. Thursday, mostly cloudy, cold, high up to 30. There could be a period of snow or sleet. Thursday night and Friday, breezy. Not as cold again. Clouds going to some sunshine, high up to 40. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
The all-new 2013 Dodge Dart continues to be the talk of the automotive world. Hi, Roy Schmidt Dodge dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The Dart's all-new driver-centric interior boasts an intuitive, fluid layout design to be both beautiful and ergonomic. Outside, the Dart expresses an impressive level of visual drama that will be sure to get you noticed on the highway. See our growing selection of in-stock Dodge Darts as they arrive to our showroom. Or you can always stop by and see one of our sales associates at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois to arrange a test drive. There is something for everyone here at King City Chrysler Center, and see us online at kingcitychrysler.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Does it frustrate you when the person in front of you at the grocery store searches in their purse for what seems to be a half hour trying to find exact change? Tell them about People's National Bank's Visa check cards and make everyone's shopping experience a little quicker. Just swipe your card, sign your receipt, and you don't have to worry about exact change. Need cash back? Just enter your PIN and select the cashback button and you have an instant ATM.
People's National Bank. Member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
Dig in with full contact coal miner training at Red Lake College. Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power sitters. And check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full contact, hands-on coal mining. Real equipment, real live, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Red Lake College Halftime Show starts now.
Red Lake College can save you thousands of dollars on your education. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. See which of the more than 100 degree certificate programs is right for you. We are at the half at Christopher. The Waltonville Spartans on the road have come from behind to lead the Christopher Bearcats by a score of 23-20. I'll take a break, come back with scoring and stats from this one. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
There's still time to save at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Newell Furniture's store-wide cleanup sale is still in progress with drastic furniture markdowns and extra cash discounts. Save on all Lazy Boy reclining furniture, sofas, Holodean, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus save 75% off all Christmas items, 50% off select merchandise at the General Store. Newell's in Woodlawn, cleaning up to save you more.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital with our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. The entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX at WMIXSports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
Red Lake College can save you thousands of dollars on your education. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu to see which of the more than 100 degree certificate programs is right for you. They also remind you that you can log on to rlc.edu to see which program is right for you because you get quality education and save thousands. Here are your stats for the first half of Waltonville leading 23-20. Danny Czerwinski with you in Christopher. The Spartans were 5 of 7 from two-point range for 71%. 3 of 11 from two-point range for 27% to go 8 of 18 from the field in the first half. for 44%. Christopher, 7 of 18 for 39% from the two-point range. They go 1 of 5 from the arc for 20%, and go 8 of 23 from the field in the first half for 35%. Free throw shooting, Waltonville was 4 out of 7 for 57%, while Christopher was 3 out of 3. Rebounding went to Christopher 13 to 11. Turnovers were even at 10 apiece. The Bearcats had 4 players score in the first half. Eric Young led the way with 9, 7 of those in the first quarter. Kevin Mertz had 6, Tyler Atchison 3, and Jacob Towers had 2. The Waltonville Spartans were led in scoring by Trey Widges. He had 12 points, including 9 in the second quarter. Jordan Hale had 7, Derek Wisenhunt had 2, and Levi Laird had 2 to round out the scoring for the Waltonville Spartans in the first half. We do have some scores from around the area. We'll get a scoreboard update here. In girls play, Massac County leads Harrisburg at the half 50-11. At the end of 3 quarters, the Mount Vernon Rams were trailing at Highland. I'm scrolling through the scores here by a score of 40-26. Carrier Mills at the half leads Hardin County in boys play 35-14. At the end of 1, T-Town leads Paris in boys play by a score of 15-12. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to Scott Owens. See why State Farm insures more drivers than Geico and Progressive combined. Great service plus discounts like a good neighbor. State Farm agent Scott Owens is there. We're at the half, and Christopher. Waltonville leads Christopher 23-20. You've been listening to the Rend Lake College halftime show. Rend Lake College offers over 100 degree certificate programs for thousands less. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands. I need to take a break. When we come back, the start of second half action. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
I know you've heard about mortgage rates being all-time lows, but have you done anything about it yet? Hi, I'm Rick Pigg, mortgage lender at Community First Bank. There's never been a better time at buying a home or refinancing an existing mortgage. The sooner you act, the more you save, and we'll be there to help you through every step of the way. For more information, visit us at comfirstbank.net or stop by one of our 5 locations.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So how do you really know your bargain insurance isn't going to cost you big if you have an accident? Talk to someone who knows. Scott Owens, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. He can help make sure you have the coverage you need while saving money in the process. Get to a better state. See State Farm agent Scott Owens at 1810 Broadway in Mount Vernon and begin a saving full relationship. Or call 242-3770. That's 242-3770.
For more scores and insight, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Now, back to the showcase on WMIX.
At Christopher High School, halftime here. Waltonville leads Christopher 23-20 as the Spartans storm back from trailing 16-6 at the end of the first quarter. As the commercial said, we're all on the social media. First off, we got a new website, WMIXsports.com. We have scores, schedules, archives of both audio and video games that we do, as well as highlights. We also have a running Twitter feed on our WMIXsports.com page. Every time we tweet something, especially a score, it shows up right there. And we also, every night there's a game, we also will post a scoreboard at the end of the evening to make sure it's all organized and or designed so you can go through and find scores, whether it's by boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, or if it's by tournament, we have it all organized for you at WMIXsports.com. Both teams in their huddle for their last chat before the start of the second half. Waltonville leads 23-20 as we get ready to start this non-conference game. This game's so very important to both teams because both teams are in a regional. They've split their previous 2 matchups. They are in a regional also with the likes of Sesser-Valier, Weber Township, Wayne City. And the fact that Waltonville and Christopher playing for a third time with Steelville coming on in the late part of the schedule last couple of weeks, this game's very important for regional seeding. Waltonville will have the basketball to start the second half. It'll be Rogers, Laird, Widges, Zom, and Hale, your starting 5, as was at the beginning of the game. Rogers on the left wing as Christopher continuing to play the triangle in 2. Laird for a three, right corner. No good off the mark. Rebound goes to Rogers of the Spartans. He goes up for a shot block. He goes to the ground. No call. There wasn't needed for a call. Christopher with a rebound. Atchison, the Towers over on the right wing, and Young in front of us. Hill on to three on the way. It's no good. Not a shot Coach Tallman wanted. Christopher has the rebound. It'll be a foul. It'll be a travel, in fact, as the official signals it. If you're not a number or credit score, Community First Bank of the Heartland, you're a person or business with needs. And through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Rogers has the basketball and throws it out of bounds. Wasn't anybody around, none forced error for Waltonville. And Waltonville comes out not focused, leading by 3 with 7:15 to go in the third quarter. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studio is driven here tonight by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. Merckx throws it away. Christopher came down, threw it to Merckx in the corner, and he flat threw it away to Widges. As a case of what you can do worse, we can do worse better, breaks out again to start the second half. Laird to Rogers on the left wing, holds above his head to Zom on the right side. Waltonville trying to run the same play they tried a while ago. Widges to Laird, three ball on the way from Levi. It's no good. Rebound goes to Christopher. Towers sprinting the other way, goes down the rim, shot fake on Hale. Hale fouls him. And Towers will go to line and shoot two, and that'll be a foul on Hale, his third. Waltonville's first. And on that foul, we'll tell you about All Stars and Stitches. Need T-shirts, hoodies, Letterman's jackets, or any type of apparel for your school, organization, or business? See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches, just West Benton High School. Call 435-5555. Towers misses the first. He'll get another. His dad is the superintendent here at Christopher High School, does an outstanding job with the school district here at Christopher. He misses the second free throw. Rebound goes to Koo, though. He puts up a shot. It's no good. Towers gets the rebound, puts it up. No good. Rebound to Waltonville. And we have a foul on the Koo for clearing out. That'll be his first. Team's first. Much to the non-delight of the Christopher faithful, and much to the delight of the Waltonville faithful. And unfortunately for Christopher, they lose the possession. Nobody has scored in a while. And Waltonville has this 3-point lead, as some people are discussing with me off and on the air, tweet and Twitter and text. Various things going on here tonight. Winchester with it between the circles. Right side to Wizenut against his triangle and two. Winchester throws in the pass, picked off. Here comes Towers the other way. Hard nose, just like when his dad played, and he scores again on the left. It's 23-22. Christopher now back to within one. And Christopher has figured out a way to get battled back here. With a basketball, Widges to Wizenut. He'll dribble to between the circle. Wizenut with it. Dribbling on that right side. We can report another score. We'll get that in a second. Winchester in the corner to Rogers. On the left wing, back to Winchester. Waltonville only up one. 23-22. Hasn't scored in a while. And now we got a kick basketball. 5:29 to go in the third quarter. Waltonville leads 23-22 in a game that hasn't seen a lot of offensive flow in it lately. Spartan's going to trigger the inbound. Rogers will trigger. With the basketball, gets it to Zom on the right block. Shot block from behind by Koo. He is not happy with the call. Koo's going to pick up his third, and Zom will go to the line and shoot two. And some of the players from Christopher not happy with the calls, but that's been going on for Waltonville as well. Austin Zom to the line to shoot two. Hasn't scored until now as he makes the first. 24-22, Waltonville on top. 5:26 to go in the third quarter. Zom will get another as the Spartans lead by two. His second free throw is missed. Rebound goes to the Bearcats. Towers quickly into the front court on a dribble. Down the lane, kicks it left side to Coloni. In the corner to Atchison. Double team, throws it to Towers. Widges from behind. Makes the steal. Trey to the rim over Towers and scores. What a nice move by Trey Widges. He has 14, has a smile on his face. Spartans back up by 4, their biggest lead of the game. 5 minutes to go in the third. It's a 2-3 zone for the Spartans. Towers goes left side to Atchison. Back to the middle, right side to Towers. Down the lane, bounces over to Coloni. Layup, no good in the foul. Nice pass from Towers to Coloni. That foul. Number 13, Derek Wisenut, his first, team second. We can tell you locations 9 in Dix, Woodlawn, and 2 in Mount Vernon. Community First Bank of the Heartland is proud to be the official voice of the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase. Welcome back to Personal Banking. First free throw up and in by Coloni. He'll get another. It's 26-23. Christopher down by 3. Things quiet down here in front of a nice crowd here on Tuesday night in Christopher. Second free throw is up and short. Rebound goes to Rogers. Foul from behind on Mertz. Fouls on Mertz. Rebound goes to Waltonville. We have a final score. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams lost tonight on the road at Highland, 53-48. That was in girls' play at the half of the NCC Boys Tournament. Tied at the half, St. Elmo and Cowden Herrick. Tied at 26. We'll get you more scores as we go along. Sponsored by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance as well. Widges goes to the right side. Winchester. Long three on the way. Good! Justin Winchester sends the 3 goggles up in the air. And it's 29-23. Waltonville by 6. Towers to Atchison on the left wing. To Young, top of the key. Back to Atchison on the left wing against this 2-3 zone. Towers goes left side back to Atchison. They play around the perimeter. Christopher has it. Coloni on the left baseline. Right side to Atchison behind the wing on the right wing. Gets it to Young, top of the key. Left side pass tipped by Winchester. Winchester throws it to Mertz. Mertz gets it to Young. Towers will start again. Towers comes down the lane as things get a little feisty. Young kicks it left baseline to Coloni. Goes up for a shot. No good and a foul. Zom will pick up the foul, his second, team's third. And Josh Coloni will go back to the line. He's had a good start to this third quarter. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. As Coloni goes to the line to shoot 2, his team, Christopher, down 29-24 now after the first free throw. He'll get another. Don't forget, I'll pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is done. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. Coloni at the line. He'll shoot the second free throw. It's good. Coloni's hit 3 out of 4 free throws, and it's 25-29. Waltonville leads by 4. Widges will get it to Winchester as Christopher now will pick up man-to-man. Winchester to his right to Widges. Full-blown man-to-man as Christopher's played a lot of triangle and 2 tonight. Winchester the top of the key to Rogers. Rogers goes down the lane, bounce pass Zom, tip. Zom got it back and then got fouled. Mertz was standing there, and Mertz stuck his hand out and just pushed Zom, and Zom earns his way to go to the free throw line. 3:24 to go in the third. Waltonville leads 29-25. Austin Zom at the line. He's got 1 point. Still at 1 point as he misses the first free throw. Don't forget we're on social media, Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Love for you to go like us there while you're there. Look for the new content we've just posted. Like us while you're there at Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Tom misses both free throws. Rebound goes to Christopher. Atchison the Mertz, 50-footer from the elbow. No good, and we got a foul. It's going to be on Rogers. That'll be his third, team's fourth. And Rogers picked up the hack, and the possession will continue for the Bearcats. Something that Waltonville does not want to do here in this close game. With the basketball, Towers thought about a 3 from the right corner in the inbounds, couldn't get it. Gets it to Young in the corner. Young to Coloni, the free throw line extended, shot no good. Rebound to Rogers. Mr. Consistency, another rebound for the Spartans. And Widges will bring it up the floor as the Bearcat fans to our left raise a cheer. Rogers to Zom on the right wing. Couple of dribbles. Zom still looking. Gets to Rogers. Top of the key. Rogers dribbles down to the right side. Rogers to Winchester. Winchester around a ball screen from Zom to Rogers on the left wing. Goes in the lane hard, running shot, off the glass and in. Kiss was available, and I snicker because I don't think Rogers knew what he was going to do with it till it went in. 31-25, Waltonville by 6, 2:19 to go in the third. It was funny stuff on that bank shot because Rogers was as surprised as anyone else that it went in. Atchison in the corner to Towers. Towers dribbles a couple of times. Atchison, long three, left corner, good. They left Atchison open. He knocked down another three. 31-28. Waltonville on top by 3 with a basketball here in the third quarter. Winchester will bring it up against Towers. Towers, an outstanding defensive player. Winchester to Zom on the right wing. Zom goes baseline, gets around his man, layup good. Austin Zom with a great one-on-one play. 33-28, Waltonville by 5. 1:30 to go in this one. Towers across the timeline, 2-3 zone for the Spartans. Atchison has it on the left wing to Towers in the right corner. Gets it to Mertz, down the lane, loses it. Ball loose. Young has it for Waltonville. Bodies on the floor. People everywhere. Shot no good from Young, and we got a foul. Bodies were on the floor, and people were flailing everywhere. That foul is going to be on Towers, his second. And that's the 5th on Christopher. Bodies on the floor, sprawling everywhere on that possession. Winchester will bring it up for the Spartans. He was one of the bodies on the floor. He's walking around with a basketball, standing between the circles. 1 minute to go in the third. Waltonville leads by 5, 33-28. Winchester will get it to Zom. Towers is going to pressure Zom. Zom on the right wing, bounce pass back to Winchester. 45 seconds to go. Winchester will hold on the hip. Christopher down 5, content to watch things go. I will too, as Winchester holds with the basketball with 30 seconds. Winchester with it. Will hold. Waltonville's going to be content to go with the shot. Widges is at the free throw line, being guarded closely by Atchison. Rogers is on the right wing. Wizenun is over here near the timeline, and Zom is in the far left corner. Winchester is going to call a timeout, or actually he called a timeout because Brian Gamber called a timeout with 10.7 seconds left in the third quarter. Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank. You won't be disappointed. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Locations 9 at Dix Woodlawn and 2 in Mount Vernon. 10.7 seconds left to go in the third. Waltonville leads 33-28. Danny Czerwinski here at Christopher on the showcase, which will return tomorrow night as we head to Sides Gymnasium in Woodlawn as the Woodlawn Lady Cardinals host the Eldorado Lady Falcons. A varsity-only game, which will start at 6:15. So Chris Hugo and I will be on the air just after 6 o'clock for the pregame of that Woodlawn versus Eldorado game in high school girls basketball tomorrow night at Sides Gymnasium. After the timeout, Waltonville inbound the basketball. Rogers will trigger in front of the Waltonville bench, which is on the visitor side. Rogers will trigger the basketball. Slaps the basketball, gets to Widges near the timeline with 10 seconds. Widges will come to the left, down the lane, now to Winchester. 3 on the way is up, no good, long off the mark. Rebound, Hale, put back at the horn, goes! Jordan Hale with a put back, and we're at the end of 3 quarters. It's Waltonville 35, Christopher 28. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
A Coach House Garage is money well spent on craftsmanship that's sure to get compliments.
Don't cut corners on your garage. It adds value to your home. That's why you need to see the professionals at Coach House Garages. Choose from a variety of Coach House Garage designs, or they'll build one to your design. For a dealer near you, check the yellow pages in Mount Vernon, or go online to CoachHouseGarages.com.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. We're worldwide. This is the Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank.
Back here at Christopher, it's Waltonville 35, Christopher 28. Denny Czerwinski alongside for the ride in the fourth quarter. Bearcats will have the basketball down by 7. Towers get the left wing to Young, left baseline to 2. Back out to Young, top of the key to Atchison. Goes right side to Towers. Towers lob past Merckx. Faces the basket, kicks it left wing, Atchison. 3 ball on the way. Good. Boy, what nice offense by the Bearcats out of that break. 35-31. Waltonville now only up by 4, but the Spartans have the basketball. Winchester across the timeline. Christopher has went man-to-man late in the third and starting this quarter. We'll see what kind of gimmick defense we got going on. It is the triangle and 2 again. Christopher feigned man and then went to the triangle and 2. Hale with it, top of the key, left wing to Winchester. Winchester will dribble back to the right side to Hale near the bench. Hale goes right baseline. Towers guards him closely, does a good job, but Hale gets it to Winchester. 7 minutes to go in this one. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. As Waltonville's going to hold the ball and make Christopher come out of this triangle in 2. While Waltonville holds the ball, we'll tell you, you're not a number of credit score Community First Bank of the Heartland. You're a person or business with needs, and through the good and the bad, Community First Bank of the Heartland will stand by you. Wizenut and Winchester play catch out around the perimeter as Waltonville is going to hold it. They're going to make Christopher come out of this triangle in 2. It's going to be a standoff at the OK Corral is what we're going to have. Winchester with a basketball, still dribbling. We'll get some scores in now. He's dribbling near the timeline. Nope, he's going to make a move. Winchester goes to Wizenut left wing. Wizenut now back out to Winchester. He's content. Waltonville's up by 4. 6:10 to go in the game. We'll tell you the JV game tonight. Christopher won 47-40. And girls play at the end of 3 quarters. Actually, let's get some boys scores while we're talking about it. NCOE beat Crab Orchard 69-21. Dietrich over Neoga 48-45. Waltonville has the ball still in the same spot. Widges has it now. Now they'll move over to Hale on the left side. Towers gets the foul. That's Christopher's. Oh, my. Not on Hale. Wow, they called a foul off the ball. And Waltonville got called for an illegal screen, and Waltonville, after spending 2 minutes plus holding it, turns it over. 35-31, Christopher with the basketball. Merckx has it tapped away. Ball on the floor. Merckx to Towers, top of the key. Towers on the dribble against the Waltonville 2-3. Goes left side to Young in the corner. Young with it on the dribble. Still on the dribble. Picks it up. Now to Atchison, top of the key. To Towers on the right wing. Towers gets it into Merckx inside to Merckx. Out of bounds, and it'll go to Waltonville. No argument from Coach Stallman from Christopher, though the fans to my left didn't see that way. Waltonville will bring it back up. That previous scoreboard update I mentioned, brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Talk to your neighbors and talk to Scott Owens to get to a better state. Give them a call, 242-3770. 5 minutes to go in this one. Waltonville leads 35-31. Widges to Wizenut, top the key on the dribble. Holds above his head to Widges on the right wing. Out to Winchester near the timeline. Winchester with it. Has it, and he's holding. Waltonville going to run some clock again here as they play the other way. With the basketball, Widges to Hale. On the right side. Gets it over to Wizenut on the left wing. He's on the dribble, now goes in the lane. Running shot blocked away and a foul. Boy, Wizenut got bailed out. Threw one up at the rim. And that foul is going to be on Merckx, his third. And Wizenut will go line to shoot two. We'll tell you, we're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. It's a great way to keep up with scores. The best part about it is our Twitter feed shows up on our webpage. As Wizenut misses the first free throw, our webpage, WMIXsports.com, has that live Twitter feed. All scores and information we tweet end up on that page. And now, that's where you can go, WMIXsports.com. Also, follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Wizenut makes 1 out of 2. It's a 36-31 Waltonville lead with 4:20 to go in this one. Towers across the timeline, left side to Atchison. Atchison dribbles back to between the circle. Goes left corner to Koo. Koo skip past the Towers on the right wing, saves it to Young. Young goes left wing, Atchison. Couldn't get a three off, wanted to, but couldn't. Atchison goes right side to Towers in the corner to Young. Young holds, now gets it to Koo. Skip past left wing, Atchison. Three ball on the way up, no good. Missed that three. Rebound goes to Koo. Layup up, no good. Missed that. Rebound goes to Waltonville. Winchester will walk it up. Brian Gamber says, take your time. 5-point lead for the Spartans with 3:40 to go in this one. Winchester holding by the timeline. We'll tell you on Twitter, as I said, at WMIXsports.com. Follow us for all kinds of information. Also, the Saturday Sports Show, 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Saturday. You can listen on AM 940, WMIX, or online at WMIXsports.com. Widges goes to the rim, and he's fouled by Atchison. So they're going to send Widges to the line to try to score. There has been a total of 4 points scored in the quarter. Christopher has a 3. Waltonville has 1 free throw. There's only been 3 field goals taken in the fourth quarter, all 3 by the Bearcats. Trey Widges will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Czerwinski here in Christopher, and one has turned out to be a dandy, the third edition of this game between these two schools. First free throw up and in by Widges. The senior has 15. He sparked Waltonville back from down 10 to up by 3 at the half, and now Widges makes them both. He'll have something to smile about as he tracks down the floor. As Towers brings it to the top of the key, goes left side to Atchison. Christopher down by 7. Towers has it on that right wing, can't get a free look. Now throws it to Koo, to Atchison, left corner to Young. Young will come in the lane. Shot 10, glass too strong. Rebound goes to Koo, glassing in. Koo gets the offensive put back. It's 38-33, Waltonville by 5. Widges says, give me the basketball. I'll walk it up the floor. Widges across the timeline. Goes left side to Wizenut. Wizenut back to Widges in between the circle. On the dribble. Has it. Looks. Now goes to the right side to Rogers. Rogers is hammered. No foul called. And what do we have? Eric Widges was trying to coach, and the referee told him to have a seat. He couldn't see around him to get that call in. Matt Rogers will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. These are big free throws for the Spartans, who lead by 5 with 2:30 to go in this one. Rogers' first free throw is good. He has 3. He'll get another. 39-33. Waltonville by 6, trailed by 10 at the end of 1. Rogers makes the second. This is a huge game in regional seeding, with Waltonville having 2 wins. Here comes Atchison, 15-footer long off the mark on the quick shot. 1 and done. Waltonville has the rebound. That's Matt Rogers to Jordan Hale to Winchester. Across the timeline for the Spartans. Winchester comes to the left. Ample dribble handoff to Widges. Pass right side to Rogers. Back to Winchester to Wizenut on the left wing. Wizenut picks up his dribble. Gives it to Hale in the left corner. Now to Winchester. Standing on the Bearcat logo. Winchester dribbles. Now gets it to Rogers on the right wing. Rogers to Widges with 1:50 to go in the game. Widges now to Wizenut on the left side. Wizenut to Rogers right side as Rogers on that dribble. Rogers gets it out to Winchester near the circle, over to Wizenut on the left wing, and that's a foul given by Merckx. Tough foul. Hard foul. Just a good foul. Wizenut will go to the line. And it's 1-1 again for Waltonville, as Wizenut will go to the line. Saturday Sports Show every Saturday morning on AM 940 WMIX, as well as at WMIXsports.com. Wizenut makes the first, he'll get another. Big free throw shooting from Waltonville down the stretch. Saturday Sports Show. AM 940 WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Saturday morning, 8:08 a.m. to 10 a.m. Scoring, guests, talk, and everything else. So also that WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Wizenut makes them both. You hear the big cheer go up to my right from the red, white, blue-clad Spartan fans. With 1:40 to go in the game, the Waltonville Spartans lead Christopher 42-33. These two teams will be in the same Waltonville Regional in February with the likes of Steelville, Sesser-Valier, Wayne City, Weber Township as well, in what will be a very tightly competitive regional, especially with Waltonville, Christopher, and Steelville at the top of the heap. You can't forget about Sesser-Valier as well, who have had a lot of wins in recent years in the regional. Here with 1:40 to go in the game, Waltonville, who trailed 16-6 at the end of the first quarter, came back to lead 23-20 at the end of half, and now have a 9-point lead with 1:40 to go. Stay tuned for the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. I'll have scoring and stats. I'll also pick the Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game. And this one is over. Christopher has the basketball down 9 with 1:40 to go in the game. Towers across the timeline on the dribble. Goes left side to Atchison. Atchison will go to Mertz in the lane, running layup foul. While they get set up for those two free throws, we're at the top of the hour. Let's pause for station identification on the showcase.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports or crank us up on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, and all of Southern Illinois, a Withers Broadcasting Superstation.
Merck's first free throw is no good for Christopher. He'll get another. The Bearcats trail Waltonville 42-33 with 1:28 to go in the game. It's Winchester, Widges, Rogers, Wizenut, and Hale. For the Spartans, Merckx makes that second free throw, and Eric Stallman will call a timeout. That'll give us some time to give you some scores from around the area. And boys play tonight. NCOE beat Crab Orchard 69-21, and Dietrich beat Neoga 48-45. Carrier Mills leads Hardin County at half 35-14. We also have a Lady Rams score, as I will go back to do that. Wave by to some of the media here. The Mount Carmel Lady Aces beat Central 82-32. It was Wayne City Girls over Sisney 52-30. That score just came in for girls play. We traveled through the Twitterverse to find out a lot of these scores. At the end of three quarters in boys, Murphy leads Anna Jones Pearl 36-20. In boys play, Wayne City beat Weber Township tonight 34-26. Cotton Herrick leads St. Elmo after 39-36. That scoreboard update brought to you by Scott Owens and State Farm Insurance. Auto insurance is complex, but Scott Owens makes it simple with friendly advice, the right level of protection, and all the discounts you deserve. Call 242-3770 to get to a better state. Waltonville to trigger the inbounds. Long way to go up the floor. Rogers in the Hale. Gets it across. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line, and I believe to shoot two. It has to be. Nope, 1-1. Really? Seems like Christopher's fouled a whole bunch. Coach Stallman subbed now on defense in the game. Now he'll go offense for defense here as we play along. Hale will be at the line all by himself. 4 Spartans back. Hale makes the first. He goes into double digits with 10. Nice night by the senior. Waltonville with a big win here. This would be huge for a lot of reasons, let alone momentum. It'll also be for seeding in the regional, which could be huge as well. Second free throw from Hale is up and rolls over the iron, drops down. 44-34, Spartans by 10 with 1:20 to go. Towers to Atchison on the right wing. Towers back from him. 3 no good. Rebound to Widges. He's fouled. And that was a little rough and physical. And Widges will go to line and shoot free throws. He looks to be fine. No harm, no foul. Also another score, Harrisburg girls lost to Massac County 71-28. We can tell you that. And there's a foul out. Widges will go to line and shoot 2 as we go to the other end. And what has been an interesting game. First free throw up by Widges is good. And Trey Widges has been the leader. 17 points for the Spartans, who now lead by 11. It's a 21, now make that a 22-point turnaround as Waltonville trailed at the end of one 16-6. With a basketball, Christopher has it, Towers top of the key. Gets it on the left side to Wheeler. Wheeler on the dribble. Gets it and stolen away. Wheeler lost it to Widges, goes up for left, and a foul. Trey Widges has put together some kind of game in this one. And the Spartans are going to get a huge road win tonight. 48-34, they lead with 1 minute to go. Big, gutsy win after trailing by 10 early on in this one. Widges misses a free throw, though. Christopher has the rebound coming the other way. Free ball on the way from Hunter Wheeler is no good off the mark. And Waltonville has the rebound. Will Christopher foul? That'll be the only question, and they will. And Waltonville will go shoot some more free throws. There's some more scores coming in. Boys play. Mater Dei beats Civic Memorial 48-42. It was Murfreesboro boys beating AJ 53-32. It's the Benton Rangerettes beating Murfreesboro 55-29 at girls play. Winchester was the one fouled. He missed the first of 2 free throws. He'll get another. 47.1 seconds to go. Brian Gamber's Waltonville Spartans will go to 15-5 on the year. Second free throw by Winchester is good, though. 49-34. It is a complete turnaround, about a 25-point turnaround. Shot from 3 is no good, and Waltonville has the rebound. Doesn't look like Christopher is going to foul. They're going to let time run off. 49-34. Christopher's not going to defend, and that's the way this one should end. The Waltonville Spartans will go. Waltonville is not going to shoot. Brian Gamber telling Justin Winchester to dribble it out. He's going to dribble down to the corner. The kids are telling him to shoot. Brian Gamber says, don't you dare shoot. Winchester with 10. Standing by the official, and the official is telling him, don't shoot. Time will run off. Their final score tonight, Waltonville 49, Christopher 34. We need to take a break and come back with scoring and stats. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
I'm meteorologist John Fairclough. Your next rad weather. Partly cloudy, cold tonight, low down to 13. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny, not as cold. High up to 40. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low 16. Thursday, mostly cloudy, cold. High up to 30. There could be a period of snow or sleet. Thursday night and Friday, breezy. Not as cold again. Clouds going to some sunshine, high up to 40. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
What do you look for in a full-size pickup? Hi, Roy Schmidt Ford Dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Here are some hard facts. The 2013 Ford F-150 can tow a heavier trailer and haul more cargo than any of its competitors. And it's engineered and tested to withstand more punishment. The F-150 is built Ford tough to come through with the capability you expect in this full-size pickup from Ford day in and day out. Right now you can save $4,500 on a 2013 Ford F-150 Crew Cab 4x4 with the new EcoBoost engine when you finance through Ford Motor Credit. That includes 3 payments on us. Come see any of our sales associates today and drive away in a Ford F-Series or any vehicle at Ford Square Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or log on to fordsquare.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
There's still time to save at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Knoll Furniture's store-wide cleanup sale is still in progress with drastic furniture markdowns and extra cash discounts. Save on all Lazy Boy reclining furniture, sofas, Holodean, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, save 75% off all Christmas items, 50% off select merchandise at the general store. Knowles and Woodlawn, cleaning up to save you more.
Hi, this is Monica Wilt, Relationship Banker with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank is focused on providing the best possible customer service and products to meet the needs of our customers. If you aren't receiving the products and service you deserve, maybe it's time to make a change. Change the name of your bank for the last time and make the switch to People's National Bank.
People's National Bank, proudly serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
Sesser Auto Body would like to take a moment to remind everyone driving to and from the game to drive safe and be alert. Sometimes events happen beyond your control. When it does, take your vehicle to the collision pros. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies throughout Southern Illinois. This allows them to get the parts ordered quicker, getting you back on the road faster and in showroom condition. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser, or call 625-3523. That's 625-3523.
This is the Showcase on WMIX. The Sesser Auto Body postgame show starts now.
Final score here tonight from Christopher. The Waltonville Spartans win 49-34. Tuning in to the Sesser Auto Body postgame show. Sesser Auto Body is pre-approved by most insurance companies. This means Sesser Auto Body can get your vehicle back on the road faster. Next time you have a collision, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. The Waltonville Spartans go to 15-5 on the season with this 49-34 win. I will also pick a Crossroads Community Hospital player of the game when this one is done. Crossroads Community Hospital reminds you, wide wait hours and other emergency rooms. Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by a physician within 30 minutes of your arrival. I need to take a break and come back. I'll have scoring and stats from this one. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the Showcase on WMIX.
With 2 new hospitals, trusted physicians, and dedicated staff, it's clear that our local healthcare industry is helping to make our community stronger every day. Hi, I'm Terry Prosize, a commercial lender and healthcare banking specialist at Community First Bank. I'm putting over 20 years of healthcare and business experience to work for our medical community and local businesses. Whether you have an expanding physician practice, an existing business, or hoping to start a new business, I have the financial prescription for you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC,
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois welcomes Dr. Beth Conrarty to their medical staff. Dr. Conrarty specializes in comprehensive pain management using a multidisciplinary team approach by working with other specialists for optimal diagnosis and treatment of pain. Dr. Conrarty will treat most conditions of the spine, including management of cancer pain. Dr. Beth Conrarty, helping to make life better day after day at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon. Call 618-242-3778.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Rend Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuitions, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Rend Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
What is good sports talk, really? Around these parts, it's the WMIX Saturday Sports Show. Every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. With a vast assortment of interviews and knowledgeable in-studio discussion. It's the most content-driven local sports show on the radio dial. And it's every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Only on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. Where you can listen on your computer, smartphone, or any device. It's all made possible by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. Daily schedules, scores, and more. Find WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Showcase on WMIX.
Auto Body reminds you that sometimes things happen in an automobile that are beyond your control. When they do, take your vehicle to Sesser Auto Body. They can get you on the road quicker and in showroom conditions. Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. Waltonville wins tonight on the road, 49-34. A very happy contingent of Waltonville fans to my right on the floor. The stats were as follows. Waltonville was 10 of 23 from two-point range, 43%, 4 of 15 from the arc for 27%. The Spartans go 14 of 28 from the field in the game for 50%. Christopher was 9 of 28 from two-point range, 32%. Only 3 of 12 from the arc for 25%. The Bearcats go 12 of 40 from the field in the game for 30%. Waltonville was 17 of 27 from the free throw line for 63%. Christopher only 6 out of 11 for 55%. Rebounding, however, went to the Bearcats 22 to 20, but Waltonville had fewer turnovers with 13 than Christopher, who had 16. The Bearcats had 6 players score in the game. Tyler Atchison and Eric Young led the way with 9. Kevin Merckx had 7, Jacob Towers 4, Josh Coloni 3, and R.J. Koo had 2. The Waltonville Spartans had 7 players score in the game. Trey Widges led the way with 20 points, including 3 in the first quarter, 9 in the second quarter. Then was 4 out of 5 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Jordan Hale had 11, Derek Wisenhunt 5, Justin Winchester and Matt Rogers 4, Austin Zom 3, and Levi Laird 2 to give you a final score of Waltonville 49, Christopher 34. I need to take one more break. When I come back, I'll pick the Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game. You're listening to Waltonville Spartans basketball in the showcase on WMIX.
There's still time to save at Newell Furniture in the General Store in Woodlawn. Newell Furniture's store-wide cleanup sale is still in progress with drastic furniture markdowns and extra cash discounts. Save on all Lazy Boy reclining furniture, sofas, Holodean, TV consoles, bedrooms, dining rooms, Sealy bedding, and more. Plus, save 75% off all Christmas items, 50% off select merchandise at the General Store. Newell's in Woodlawn, cleaning up to save you more.
When an emergency happens, time is everything, and you don't want to spend that time in a waiting room. So choose Crossroads Community Hospital. With our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, the entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a physician, physician assistant, or nurse practitioner within 30 minutes of your arrival. When minutes matter, choose the ER that doesn't waste time. Choose Crossroads Community Hospital. Visit crossroadscommunityhospital.com/faster to learn more. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, call 911. Back out to the WMIX Sports mobile studios on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. This is the Showcase, presented by Community First Bank.
This is the Sesser Auto Body post-game show. They remind you, Sesser Auto Body reminds you to drive safe on the way home to tonight's game. Next time you have an accident, see the collision pros at Sesser Auto Body, 602 South Park in Sesser. It's that time of game or show or broadcast or post-game, whatever you want to call it. And I get to pick the Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game. And today's Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game is Trey Widges. He sparked Waltonville in that second quarter, and Waltonville was down 16-6 at the end of one. He had 9 points in the second quarter, including 4 of 4 from the field and 1 of 3 from the free throw line, which propelled Waltonville from being down 10 to up 3 at half and led them to this 49-34 win. So Trey Widges is your Crossroads Community Hospital Player of the Game. While wait hours in other emergency rooms, Crossroads Community Hospital's emergency department pledges you'll be seen by physicians within 30 minutes of your arrival. We're going to wrap it up here from Christopher tonight for our WMIX Sports team of Holly Carroll and Denny Czerwinski. Final score tonight, Waltonville 49, Christopher 34. Thank you for listening, and good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Jefferson County Basketball Showcase on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. The showcase is also sponsored in part by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. The Collision Pros at Sesser Auto Body. Newell Furniture and the General Store in Woodlawn. Red Lake College. It's time. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And by Coach House Garages. Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. State Farm agent Scott Owens. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And People's National Bank. For inside information before, during, and after the game, log on to WMIXsports.com or find us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your home for news, talk, sports, and today's hot country. WMIX.